there was meat. As they kept dishing, there was meat. But because the person was inquisitive, let me even see what is inside. That was when it stopped. I am privileged to work under the prayer department of RCCG. And someone gave a testimony. They said their daughter put water on fire, boiling water, and forgot it. They traveled for 4 days. I think it was probably the 3rd day they remembered. But because of where they were, they could not come back that 3rd day. They asked about the 4th day. But they prayed in faith. And they got to the kitchen. And my brothers and sisters, the water was still boiling. 4 days, the water did not dry. I'm not telling you cock and bull stories. This is a testimony that happened 2 weeks ago. Water did not dry 4 days. What am I driving at? People have faith, though. That in year 2025, this coming convention, thousands will be fed is faith. What are you asking God for? Why not ask him in faith? He said, if only you believe. That is the only yardstick. That is the only thing between you and your request. For your desires to become your experience, you must faith it. Tell somebody, faith it. You must faith it. In the kingdom, we don't fake it, though. We faith it. Why? Because we understand that this possibility is in God. How can wine finish? And they gathered water together in jars. And Jesus said, go and serve them. And it turned out to be the best of them. That same water turned to wine. How can Lazarus, dead, in the tomb already, and Jesus came and called him forth, and he came forth? It doesn't make sense. But that's the God we serve. And it doesn't need to make sense to you. See, the reason why some of us are not exhibiting faith is because we want it to make sense to us. You want one plot, you want to be able to calculate it. It's not your business. You don't need to calculate it. You don't need to understand it. Leave it to God. Why? His ways are not our ways. Neither are his thoughts your thoughts. But he said in Jeremiah 29:11, Message translation, he said, I know what I am doing. I have it all planned out for you, for me, even before you were born. All he needs you to do now is activate your faith. Stop walking by the things you can see. Search for the things unseen. Why? Because the things that are seen are temporary. James chapter 2, verse 17 says, even so, if faith has not works, it's dead being alone. Verse 26 says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is also dead. This brings me to the question that, yes, a lot of us are waiting on God for certain requests to be granted. What are you doing while waiting? Are you wallowing in doubt? Are you looking for other options? I shared a story I heard a couple of years here some time ago of a man that was asking God. He was in so much debt and he needed to clear it off. And it didn't seem like it was forthcoming. He had been asking and he had been trying other means to get the money and everything. And at that point, he said, well, that if he dies, the man shall look for him again. Maybe family they will look for. And he started to commit suicide. And I don't know why he started to commit suicide in the open and not inside. So he left his house, taking a walk and everything. And while he was approaching where he was to, tie himself to the tree and all, a mentally unstable man, a madman, approached him and said, you are mad. It's not a story, it's not a fiction, it's a true life story. You want to kill yourself, you must be mad. A madman telling him. He said, follow me. Looked at him and said, how will he follow someone that is mentally unstable? But he said, well, he She wanted to die before. So either he dies by the rope or he dies by the madman. Death is the end. And he followed him. And they kept going and said, where are you taking? Follow me. That's what the madman said. And they got to an uncompleted building. Enter. He said, at that point, he didn't want to die again. But he was just inquisitive. So he entered. There was a bag. And Mama said, carry it and go. He carried it. He ran away, got to a secluded place and dropped the bag. Which one is my own with madman's luggage? And he opened it. And it was cash. Apparently, I think they said some armed robbers robbed in that area. While escaping, that bag fell. The madman had been using it as a pillow. God used someone that you would have least expected to meet a need. Why do you think God cannot meet your needs? He got more than he requested. He got more than enough. The God you serve is more than enough. Jesus is more than enough. Jesus is all that you need. Anybody telling you that there are plans or there are options out there doesn't wish you the best. The only thing you need is transact with faith. Can you tell yourself, I will no longer doubt. I will activate my faith. Tell yourself, I don't walk by sight, but I walk by faith. The figures may not be acting in line. The medical report can be something else. But why not take it to God who has the final say? This God we serve is good. And one thing about God is he never leaves his own. So please don't have a plan B when it comes to God. By faith, Abraham